Well, got the first of the parts for the Sinnis Bomber turned up. Got a new air filter, which I think you can just clean these anyway and re-oil them, put them back, but the parts are not that expensive, so I thought I'd just get a new one anyway. Got a new mirror for the right hand and new brake lever, and also the fairing, which I've just got to put the perspex bit on the top, put that back together and that can go back on. Yeah, I'm really quite impressed considering how cheap the parts are and also how quickly they turned up. Ordered the parts from those people there. You can see that. I think they must be main dealers or something. They were just the first people that came up in the list when I searched on Google. So yeah, we're ready to make a start in putting this back together. Let's see, I've stripped the old fairing off. Just got to take the brake off, do that. Mirror is quite simple. Yeah, so we'll make a start. So just giving this Sinnis 125 a quick service. Just waiting for the oil filter to turn up. I've drained the oil down already. Put the sump plug, which is there, back in, which is a 21mm plug, and torqued that back up to it's between 20 and 25 newton meters. I'm just using the torque settings off a Suzuki GN 125, which is basically what this engine is, a copy of it. So I figure the torque settings should be about right for that engine. Yeah, I've also got the exhaust off, as you noticed, which gives a little bit better visibility under there. I'm waiting for a new muffler. That's the exhaust down there. I'll just give that a quick polish on the polisher. Need a new gasket for that, which I'm waiting for. And I think I'll now do the air filler. So this has been put on upside down. It sits up there and it's pointing that way. So whoever serviced this last didn't pay a lot of attention. See that? Up. I guess that's meant to go there. So these filters are supposed to be, oh, that is oily, yeah, because that's supposed to be oiled. You can clean them, re-oil them, but I've got a new one anyway, so I might as well fit that. Okay, so I've just This is the new filter. I've just given that a soak in some clean engine oil, squeezed out the excess, so it's just a reversal to fit it, except I'll put this in the right way round. It was that way round. I think it should be that way round, because when you put this top piece will only go in one way. I think there's a couple of grooves on there. There we are, there. That will only go in that way, and that's the bit that says up. So the whole thing was actually in there incorrectly, which makes sense because there's a gap there, so it could potentially have got water inside the filter, which is obviously not a good idea. In fact, I better just check there isn't any in there. Although I assume there would be a drain hole. No, that is dry. Yeah, must be a drain hole in there. So let's get this on and take the greasy gloves off. Let's get that wiped down or something. Better. This was last serviced in a dealer, so how they got that wrong, I don't know. They weren't paying attention. And that's the air filter done. I wasn't going to bother filming this. I'm just doing this as part of the sort of 2-year checks you should do, just to check the swinging arm bearings. It's not that difficult a job really. It's just take out the rear wheel. I have removed the chain, although you probably could do it without removing it. I've just removed the chain to clean it really. Rear shocks and the little grab rail bits that go on there, they come off, and you can basically undo that nut there and knock that bolt out, and the swing arm will sort of jiggle its way out. And the only reason I'm sort of mentioning about this is if you have one of these bikes, or probably any Chinese bike, even if you've not had it very long, I would take the swing arm out and grease the bearings, because they were dry. I should think they've never seen, well, maybe a sniff of grease, but they haven't seen any grease, and enough grease anyway. So I've now just packed those, and I mean, that was hardly moving before, but now it's got a lovely swing on it now. Yeah, so like I say, I would just check that if you have one of these, because it doesn't seem as though they believe in putting much grease on anything. Okay, oil filter's turned up. Tiny little thing that is. So we just go and do it. Okay, it's got a little spring inside there. Gasket. I think some of these have a O-ring. This one's actually got some sort of gasket. Which looks okay. So I'm going to use that. And one little oil filter, which doesn't want to come out. Okay, there should be an O-ring in the back of here. Clean some of this oil out. Oh yeah, that's there. Looks okay. One new oil filter. Same as that. Goes. Back on with the lid. Tighten these up. That's all there is to it. Fiddly getting on there, taking them off. There is a torque setting for these. I've got a book somewhere. Can't find a specific one. These are 6mm, so we'll just use a generic 10 Newton meters. 10. Just give them a little bit of a put up first. Right, that's that. Also got a new plug to go in sure you all know how to do a plug. Just left that one loose in there. Nothing really wrong with it. Just while I'm here, might as well. So what I've got to do now is just refill the oil. Got a big streak of sunlight going across the lens there. I don't know if that'll come out on the video or not. Hopefully not. So, I mean, this is a 1 litre, so it'll be most of this will need to go in because we've just done a filter change and completely drained it down. I'm going to leave it there, let that settle, and check the gauge here. There's a little window. Right, so there's a sight window. I've just propped the bike up a bit more so it's a bit more level. I don't know how well that has come out, but that is about almost halfway. A bit more, I think we'll be there. Yeah, I think we'll call that. Hey, so there we are, that's the bomber, all done. Got a brand new fairing on there. Mud guard has been replaced. And brand new silencer. Sounds much better than the other one. New exhaust gasket, spark plug, oil filter, oil has been changed. Air filter, linkages have been greased, chain has been cleaned and greased, fuel change pedal still off and still greased, clutch has been adjusted. As you can hear, she ticks over lovely. Lights on. Indicators. Side. Brake if I can reach it. And the front one has been fixed. That was flickering before. Let's see. Nice little machine. Learner Legal 125. Hit her off. Nice little clock there. 2,661 miles. Oh yeah. New mirror that side. And not brake lever. It's really nice now. A bit of smoke coming off the exhaust, but that's where I've been cleaning up. That'll soon burn off. Lovely little machine.